Good evening, everyone. Do you know the horrible feeling of having your identity taken from you? No sense of self, not knowing who you are? It kind of reminds me of when Jesse Jackson said, I am somebody. And we marched and we said, I am somebody. But the question is that we couldn't answer is, who are we? We knew we weren't Negroes. We knew we weren't colored of our skin. We knew we weren't Afro Americans based on our hair. We had no real ties to Africa that we knew of, that we could explain. It was like it was like walking in space or walking around with amnesia, not knowing who you are. And then when you find out who you are, you go through all the trials of tribulations of finding out who you are. And then someone tells you, no, that's not you. I am you. But you open the Bible and you read Deuteronomy 28 and it describes you. It describes everything about you. And then this person tells you, no, that's not you. And you ask them to prove it and they can't. And what's really painful is when people ask them questions about them and it's really you. And one of the questions they ask them is, why do you deny Jesus? And they give you all these crazy, mixed up, nonsensical answers. When, if you read Revelations chapter 2, verse 9, Revelations chapter 3, verse 9, Jesus stated that these people were usurpers. He says that they are fake Jews, that they worship in the synagogue of Satan. And you wonder, why are you asking these people this? Have you not read the Bible yourself? I mean, it says that they're who they are in two places in the Bible. And so you look at this person and you wonder, why are they asking them this? Are they a part of this? Are they a part of the illusion also? You're asking them questions which, of course, they're going to deny the existence of Jesus because Jesus told the truth and said who they really were. And then another thing that's so interesting, that's really bothersome, is that Deuteronomy 28 describes exactly what the Hebrew Israelites were going to go through. And all it describes is slavery. It describes slavery. All of Deuteronomy 28 describes slavery, and there's no need, and I don't have to read it to you. I mean, we all know what slavery is. I'm giving you the chapter so you can read it for yourself. And you don't even have to read the whole thing to know that slaves were the Hebrew Israelites. And what's really remarkable about this is that these white Jews, usurpers, they owned slaves. They owned slaves. How can you own slaves and sell slaves too? It doesn't add up. And in Deuteronomy, it also tells you that the slaves would speak a different language. But if you're buying and selling slaves, you're buying and selling them to people you speak the same language with. They spoke the same language. And then you will have white Jews say things like, black people are not Jews because they're not white. And that's ridiculous because everybody during that time in that area were black. And why would you ask a person if they about Jesus when the Bible states that Jesus was black? So therefore, there's no way. I mean, it's like, is it a game? Is it a game? It's like for a black person, it's like walking around in the Twilight Zone. It is like walking around in the Twilight Zone. It's like you're standing there and everyone's calling everyone else your name. And then when you show them your identification in the Bible, they look at it, they say, shake their head, yeah, and then they continue to call someone else you. I mean, it's like, it's insane. I mean, it's kind of like making a statue of Rocky and calling him the heavyweight champion of the world, and then putting him in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And guess what? Rocky is in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Me, I'm in the Twilight Zone. God bless you all, and I hope you can feel what I'm saying. And if you can't feel what I'm saying, read Deuteronomy 28, and then read Revelations chapter 2, verse 9, and Revelations chapter 3, verse 9. And it's right there for you all to see. I mean, it's not like, it doesn't take Einstein to see what's happening and understand what is going on. So with that being said, good night from the Twilight Zone.